Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. All right. NXT Stand and Deliver has come. NXT Stand and Deliver has finished. And, if we're comparing this to last year's was better. Last year's was better. It had a couple great matches. This year, well, it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad either. But it wasn't fantastic. It was good. It was great. I'm here, and I'm here to review it. All right, so here we go. As I said in the prediction video, the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships were on the kickoff show. Was Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai versus Toxic Attraction. And this is the crazy part, right? I went to the bathroom when Raquel and Dakota started. That when they were making their entrances. I get out the bathroom maybe 5 minutes later, that match is over. That match was like 5 minutes long. That joint was like that. But Raquel and Dakota Kai are once again NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. I believe they're the only two-time NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. So, boom. Good for them. All right. So, the match to open the night was the NXT North American title on the line in a 5-way ladder match as Carmelo Hayes, the quote-unquote A champion, defends against Solo Sikoa, Santos Escobar, Grayson Waller, and Cameron Grimes. Now, I felt Carmelo was going to retain. But I had Solo as the man that was going to win it. I don't know why. It just made the most sense to me. I don't know why. But what happened was something that I've been proclaiming for a long time. And we're going to get into it. But in terms of this match, well, at first it started off kind of slow. And that's really interesting. But when I mean in terms of slow, I mean in terms of the match that it is. Because it's a ladder match. And most ladder matches kind of go like maybe 2 minutes of just some little bit of action. And then within those 2 minutes, boom, ladders introduced. I think ladders were not truly introduced until 6 minutes into this match. And I found that to be a little interesting because it's a multi-man match. That's number one. And number two, majority of the people are high flyers. So I would think that a ladder would ultimately already be in the match, but it took a while. So, all right, boom. 6 minutes. 6 minutes in, there's a ladder. As you would suspect and guess, match was all over the place. Everybody was here. Everybody was there. It was pretty much what you expect. I tried to write as best as I could, but it was kind of hard. Not a lot of the big spots didn't come till later. I mean, there was this one spot where Santos Escobar hits a sunset flip on Solo. Solo on a ladder. That was crazy. But then the next big spot didn't happen till like 5 to 6, maybe 7 minutes after. So there were in terms of a ladder match, there was a good amount of dry spots. But this still was a good match. This still was a great opener, especially for the ending, in which we'll get into. Then later on in the match, the entourage got into it. Grayson's bodyguard, I forgot his name off the top of my head. Legato del Fantasma interfered, as well as Trick Williams. So everybody that was involved, from the entourage to the wrestlers, everybody was getting involved in it. So it just became a whole big melee and whatnot. Let's see. Then the next spot was you had 5 dudes. All of them were on the ladders. One had their ladder here, and then there was 2 in the middle, and then there was that one Then there was that one on the other side. So it's like everybody's just fighting for the championship. And then before you know it, everybody gets knocked down and everything like that. Now, the biggest spot of the match, belonged to one Grayson Waller. Once again, Grayson Waller is just trying to be that guy who's trying to go viral. So Carmelo Hayes and Cameron Grimes are fighting on the what is that? I can't even tell you what it is. I can't even tell you what it is. But two ladders are set up. So you know how they're set up like between the barricade and the ring. So boom, it's set up like that. So Cameron Grimes, I think Carmelo Hayes knocks Cameron Grimes out. But then Carmelo Hayes is knocked out, and then he's laying on the ladder. Grayson Waller, with probably the biggest ladder there, climbs up. He's going for an elbow, but as he's going for it, Carmelo Hayes gets out the way, and then Grayson Waller, boom, lands elbow first, or arm first, onto the ladder. So that was the biggest spot. Boom, Grayson Waller's out. So Carmelo Hayes gets back in the ring. He got the ladder. Santos is right there. Santos knocks Hayes off the ladder, and then he knocks him out. And then here comes Cameron Grimes, boom, caving on Santos. And then as soon as he hits that, climbs up the ladder real quick, grabs the title, and we have a new NXT North American champion in Cameron Grimes to the moon. I've been saying this for about maybe a year or a year and a half, maybe 2 years, that Cameron Grimes is one win away from the North American Championship. Have I not been saying that? Have I not been saying that? I've been saying that. And what happens? He wins. Exactly my point, bro. He wins. He wins. He finally, Cameron Grimes is the North American champion. About time. About time. You know, like they say time waits for no man. But at the same time, you do have as much time as possible to get things done. And he finally got it done. He said it himself, 3 years. It took him 3 years to finally get to this spot. I'm happy for him. All right. Again, this match it started off slow a little bit, but it got as it got going, it got going. So it was a good way to open the night. Pretty good match. Cameron Grimes is the new NXT North American champion. Happy for that man. All right, next match. Let's get it.